In the East New York section of Brooklyn, David Gianelli has been a firefighter for more than 20 years. He has a certain instinct for helping animals in trouble.
They call me the Animal Man because I usually help stray animals and feed stray animals, and anything I can do for them, I do. We always had animals as I was growing up: dogs, cats, birds, and I got to understand how animals feel and what their expressions are, and try to learn how to read them. So I've been taking that through my life up until this point.
It was just before dawn on a cold night in March of 1996. Gianelli and his crew responded to a 4-alarm fire in an abandoned auto shop. The blaze was raging by the time they arrived. But above the sirens, the wind, and the roar of the flames, Gianelli heard tiny, high-pitched cries.
One of the other firemen that was standing next to me said to me, "Dave, you hear that?" And I said, "Yes, I do. Where's it coming from?" The noise that we were hearing was noises of cats crying. As the men were pouring water on the outside of the building, I had asked the lieutenant, "Can I take a look and find out where these noises are coming from, the cat cries?" And he said, "Sure." I looked through the smoke, and there I seen 3 kittens huddled together, crying, shivering, you name it. They were afraid, they were hurting. And they were only, I don't know, a couple inches long at that point, maybe a couple weeks old.
Gianelli then found 2 more kittens, making 5 in all, that had somehow been rescued. Then he began a careful search for the mother.
I found her huddled up in a ball, in pain, up against a vacant building. This cat was in real bad shape. Her whole face, her paws, her underbelly, and everything was burnt severely. It was really horrible to see, to see an animal in pain like that. I just knew that I had to do something for it.
Gianelli called the North Shore Animal League, where he had brought abandoned animals in the past. Marge Stein took the call.
The voice was the same. He said, "Marge, this time it's a cat. And it's a cat and a kitten. Very, very badly burned."
But there was more to the story.
Then he said something to me that actually made my skin crawl. He said, "Marge, I think this cat went back into the fire to save these kitties because I kept on seeing kittens accumulating on the sidewalk one after another."
Somebody had to do something for her. She did her job, and now somebody has to do a job to save her.
So I said, "Dave, just drop everything, put them into the car, get them to the medical center. I will alert them, and we will be waiting for you."
Dr. Bonnie Brown, director of the Animal League Medical Center, helped take charge of the case. Scarlett, as the mother was now being called, seemed to know they were trying to help her.
Immediately, we took them both in, and we had Scarlett on one table and the kittens on another table. And I was taking care of the kittens, actually, and one of our other doctors was taking care of Scarlett.
To watch them work and to see the attention that these animals were getting, it was unbelievable.
The first concern always with a burn patient is that they're going to have problems from smoke inhalation and that their lungs and the mucous linings in their chest are going to be destroyed, and they could die from that. We knew if she got through that phase that we had a better chance, but she still had a tremendous amount of damage all over her face, and then it was a question of making her as comfortable and as normal physically as we could.
Scarlett remained calm, like the center of a storm. With quiet dignity, she even began to eat. But her story was causing a sensation. The response was overwhelming from both the public and the press.
Scarlett's story really was so outstanding. There was no member of the media that did not want to know every single day what was going on with this remarkably heroic cat and her kittens. I was getting calls from South Africa, from France, from London, from all over the world. It was just like the most unbelievable thing.
It's the mother in Scarlett, I think, that really got to everyone.
She's loving this.
Showered with round-the-clock care and affection, Scarlett was becoming quite a star. She even seemed to enjoy it.
I have rarely seen a cat so take to attention the way that Scarlett did. She became the queen, and people fed her too much, and we had this very funny story one morning where there was a story all over the news that she was pregnant because, unfortunately, she had gained so much weight, and we had to put her on a little diet. But she was adored.
Okay, kids. Mom.
As soon as her life was out of danger, the medical team decided to try reuniting Scarlett with the kittens she had risked her life to save. After all she'd been through, would she even recognize them?
We couldn't believe it. Certainly animals have very strong maternal instincts, but this was still way above and beyond what you would have expected.
Thousands wrote the shelter wanting to adopt this extraordinary cat. But only one person was lucky enough to take Scarlett home.
The decision was unanimous. That honor belonged to Karen Wellen, who wrote a beautiful letter. Seeing them together for the first time, you just knew that you had made the right decision.
Her kittens are now settled in good homes too. And Scarlett, still living in Brooklyn, enjoys the love and security she so richly deserves.
I think she's an extraordinary cat. I think all cats are extraordinary, but I think her sensitivity and emotion go beyond the norm.
You see a lot of stories about hero dogs and hero cats, and they're wonderful, but they sort of come and go as wonderful stories. And Scarlett's endurance as a special thing in people's hearts and people's minds really amazes me.
Fireman Dave Gianelli is a witness to the extraordinary things a cat can accomplish. He often stops by to see his old friend and to pay the special respect we all feel for the very brave.